When Oklahomans elect the next legislature in 2016, the choices may include more than the traditional Republican and Democratic parties. Two other parties have launched a signature drive to get their nominees on the ballot, aided by a new state law which makes it easier for third parties to be recognized in Oklahoma.
To be recognized under Oklahoma's current law, political parties must gather signatures from registered voters equal to 5% of the votes cast in the last general election for governor or president. State Election Board Secretary Paul Zarek says a new law that takes effect in November reduces that number to 3% in the last gubernatorial election.
The effect of that for the upcoming year is that instead of having around 41,000 signatures being required to form a new political party, it'll be slightly less than 25,000 as of November 1st.
Despite ideological differences, the Libertarian and Green parties are now working together to raise the necessary signatures. The parties filed paperwork with the State Election Board Monday to get their candidates on the ballot. Green Party Representative Micah Gamino calls the change in state law a huge step in the right direction.
And we want to work together to try to capture that momentum and move forward and try to get new parties on the election ballot in Oklahoma so that we can give the voters more choices.
Gamino says voters are currently being denied a choice, with a large number of elected officials getting into office without facing any challengers.
Some of them are elected just by paying a filing fee. Some of them win their party primary and then have no challenger in the general election and go straight into office. With more parties on the ballot, we may be able to put up more challengers in the general election. We believe that that competition is good for democracy.
Zachary Knight is the Libertarian representative to Oklahomans for ballot access reform. Knight says in last year's election, 66 of Oklahoma's 101 House district seats had only one major party candidate on the ballot.
In the House, 13 seats were unopposed 2 elections in a row. 10 went unopposed 3 elections in a row. And 2 went unopposed since 2006. That's 5 elections that they didn't receive a challenge at all.
State Republican Party Chair Randy Brogdon argues that's not necessarily a bad thing.
If you're on the ballot, if you put your name, your neck on the line, and you're the only one that decides to step up and be a challenger, and you have no challengers, that's fine.
That sentiment is echoed by Oklahoma Democratic Party Chair Mark Hammonds.
And if the people in a House district or a Senate district are happy with their House member or Senate member, there's no reason to manufacture a conflict. I mean, there are elected officials who are very popular.
Still, Hammonds and Brogdon insist they're not opposed to seeing more candidates on the ballot.
We welcome a variety of ideas and the benefit that society has by debating ideas. So additional parties provide additional opportunities for the electorate to become engaged and informed, and we're all for that.
I believe that competition breeds success. I, for one, am not afraid to have other competitors in the marketplace of ideas, because I believe that the Republicans have the best ideas when it comes to public policy. And so it doesn't scare me to have other people on the ballot.
Candidates can still get on the ballot without a party affiliation, but have to run as an independent. Knight says that isn't satisfactory because it doesn't tell the voters how the candidates' views differ from those of the Republican or Democratic Party.
When they see independent, they just have no clue what that, other than that person's not affiliated with those two parties. They don't know, they don't have that easy check to see what those ideals will be.
The Libertarian and Green parties hope their candidates won't have to run as independents in the 2016 general election. They have until March 1st to gather the number of signatures required to be recognized as political parties in Oklahoma.